Oh, coffee. Never leave me. What's up, guys? I want to take a moment and talk to you guys about Warhammer Chaosbane. I just picked it up for PS5. It was one of the launch titles for the PS5. I wanted to do a full review, but it's a very dense game. It's very long. It's got a lot of content. And by the time I get around to reviewing it, it may no longer be relevant. So I just wanted to go ahead and give you my thoughts now, my first impressions. I've just gotten through the second chapter. And I'll tell you, when it first starts, the beginning cutscenes are it felt like about 15 minutes of the densest cutscenes that I've ever seen in my life. And that is coming from someone who has played every single Metal Gear Solid. There was a lot going on in those cutscenes, but if you're not into the lore, I don't think it's not a big deal. Even the developers know this. It's completely ignorable. One, because it's a dungeon crawler. No dungeon crawler has it lives on its story. Two, because the developers themselves think this, because there's actually an option to automatically skip dialogue. You can just check that and all the dialogue is skipped. So even the developers know why you're there. You're there for the gameplay. And the gameplay is super addictive. I actually came up to the office to capture some video for my best games of 2020. And when I turned on my PS5 to make sure that Castlevania Anniversary Collection had been downloaded, Warhammer Chaosbane was in rest mode, and I immediately started playing. And that was a mistake because like an hour and a half passed, and I had yet to do what I came up to do. So it's actually ruining my workflow. This game is so good. There's always something happening when you're playing. Like you're always leveling up. You're always unlocking new skills. You're always getting new loot. It's like dopamine the game. It's just always these flashing colors, these numbers that keep going up. It's really good. It's really, the feedback, the gameplay loop is super satisfying and addictive. Like I said, I'm in the third chapter now, and the first couple of bosses that I have fought have been really satisfying to fight. They've had really good patterns. They looked cool, really cool bosses. Really enjoyed it. Now, like I said, this was going to be a review, but this game, there is just so much going on in it. I mean, there are fan skills, there's god skills, there's passive skills. So I'm in the third area of the game, and all of the environments so far have been really cool. I've really enjoyed all of the environments. You start out with kind of your basic city, and you immediately get thrown into a sewer level. So you're thrown into the sewer and you're killing rats. You don't have to worry about that too much, because once you finish Act 1, you go to a place called Prague. It's kind of a snowy village area, and the environment looks somewhere in between. It's like the halfway point between Elder Scrolls Oblivion and Bloodborne. The city is being slowly overtaken by this crud that looks like some sort of Cthulhu nightmare. They're just this big pile of like weird pulsing mouths with all kinds of teeth, and it's really off-putting. All of the enemies look really cool. Every time you go into a different area, there are different enemies. You don't see a lot of enemy models reused. The ones that you do see a lot, they look really cool. I haven't seen anything that I've gotten tired of. They have really cool, diverse designs, and it's a credit to the developers. The voice acting, unfortunately, it does that thing where it pops up the dialogue, and I read it faster than they can say it. So sometimes I do find myself skipping the dialogue just for time's sake. But the voice acting that is in the game is really good, like really, really good. One complaint I do have, kind of a complaint, not really, is the music is pretty forgettable. It's kind of like B-movie horror soundtrack. However, there's so much going on at any given time while you're fighting, you wouldn't hear it if it was great. So I think that's kind of by choice. It's so far in the background, you don't really even know it's there. That's really the worst thing I can say about this game so far. So yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on Warhammer Chaosbane, my first impressions. I really want to finish it, and if this video does well, once I finish it, I'll come back to it and I'll review it if you guys actually want to see that. Let me know down in the comments. If you have been playing it, let me know what you think. And if you, most importantly, if you are well versed in the Warhammer lore, let me know where this fits in. Like, I know nothing. I'm a total noob on Warhammer. If you know more than I do, which is not hard, put down in the comments below. Let me know how this shakes out. If you're playing it, let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next video, okay? Peace out.